Michael Dunlap grew up in fear of his father.
My father was an angry man. He took it out on me as a child, actually singling me out from my other brothers and sisters. He always told me that I never was going to be anybody in life. And I carried this hatred in my heart, hating my father, hating the world, and hating God at the same time. If there's a God, why you won't come down and help me? Why you put me here? I didn't choose to be here. Won't you get me away from this man?
In his teens, he covered up his pain by using drugs and alcohol.
I didn't want to feel the pain of facing my father. I started smoking marijuana when I was 11 years old. Marijuana led me to powder cocaine. I went from powder cocaine to crack cocaine.
He married in his 20s and had a daughter, but it was crack that ruled his life.
My addiction took us from hotel to motel. We got to a point that we couldn't pay any bills. We got kicked out of our apartments. I didn't care about her or my daughter. My addiction took me to the streets, living under bridges and eating out of garbage cans.
Rehab centers would get him clean long enough to reclaim his family, but crack always called him back to the streets.
It was like a revolver's door to me, in and out. I go in, stay 30 days, 60 days, maybe 90 days. Then I return right back to the streets, doing the same thing over and over again. Once I get her back, I mess up again. She leaves and I go to the treatment center, then she come back again. She got sick and tired of me doing the same thing over again. She left and was gonna stay gone.
For over 10 years, Michael was homeless and lived a life of crime. He would do anything to get his next fix.
Anything to support my habit. Drugs cover up the way I felt at that moment. I didn't want to feel how I abused my wife, how I abused my daughter. I caught myself many times doing the same thing to my family that my daddy did to me.
While living under a bridge in the Atlanta area, Michael realized his addiction to drugs had ruined his life. He was finally ready to be free from his crack addiction.
It wasn't until I decided that this was too big for me, but I had a Bible in one hand and a crack pipe in the other. That's when I asked God sincerely to forgive me and save my life. God, I'm tired of living the way I'm living. I'm tired of abusing myself. I can't defeat these drugs. I need your son, Jesus. I need you to come into my life. You said anything too hard for man is just right for you. I decided that I won't give my life to God.
Michael was instantly set free from his crack addiction.
Today, I'm happy to say, I don't have to live like this. Today, I'm free. Satan done had 13 years of my life. He ain't getting no more. I give him that. You got them 13 years. That's all you're gonna get. You ain't get no more. Because I know today, I choose not to get high. I don't have a desire. He took the desire out of you. He took that. He wiped that away. Wiped me clean, like he said. I'm pure as a driven snow. I know what my God did for me. I gave it to him. Like he told me, release it. I gave it to him. And once I did that, he said, now you're free. That's a part of my life like it never happened. Took it. I asked God for forgiveness. God forgave me all the bad things that I did in my life. But if I wanted God to forgive me, I had to forgive my father. And today, me and my father have a real strong relationship.
He has been reunited with his family and has a successful contracting business. He often goes back to the streets and shares the good news of God's love with those who are imprisoned by addiction.
God carried me. I might not have seen his footsteps, but I felt him. I felt him carrying me through all the hard times I had in my childhood and adult life. And I worship him today, and I praise him today that he is in my life.